Hi, welcome back. So as you can see in the background, I have the Gothic house that I placed the last time, and I thought I'd keep it, and I've done a little work, so I thought I'd show you what I've done, and then we can try to recreate some of that. So I did keep the Gothic house, and I thought I'd make it into a presentation area. So I added some landscaping, and I created these steps using prims so I could get into the house. I added some seating. I added some other potted plants. I added a table and chairs. I added this welcome whiteboard, and I'm the one who wrote that on there, so that was pretty exciting. I did that in Paint and then attached the graphic. I have a presentation screen, which we're looking at the weather channel right now, which is pretty appropriate based on the weather that we are currently having here where I am. Lots and lots of snow. Some more potted plants. I added a fish tank, added another seating area, added some lighting, some fruit, and I thought I would show you these steps. So I created these steps, and I thought I'd show you how I created them. I'm going to try to create them over here, though. I was trying to do it a little bit earlier, and I was not having such luck trying to create them again, so I'm going to try it again. So I'm simply going to create. I'll move this into our way. And all I did was take a standard prim, and I'm going to change its size. That's a little close, so I'll move that further away. Alright, so I definitely want to not only move that down, but I'm going to try to move it away. Good. Okay, perfect. So there's one. And then I'm going to create another one. I'll put that one here for a moment. That one I'm going to make about 1.5 inches wide. I'm going to do the same. I think 0.5 is fine, and then I'm just going to make it a 0.3. And that's going to be a step that I'm going to actually put on top of the other one. And I think if I can, oh perfect, I'm going to select them both, I'm going to link them. Then I'm going to go to the texture option, and I'm going to make them brick. So it actually took quite a bit of practice to make that happen. But there you have it. I have the brick stairs. Now when I take those, I'm going to right click, I'm going to choose more, I'm going to take copy, and I'm going to close this option and go into my inventory where I have a prim, and I'm going to right click, and I'm going to call this brick steps. So there you have it. Now I have the opportunity to have these brick steps. I can delete this here, and if I ever wanted them back, there are my brick steps. And that's actually what I did to create these steps right here. And then I just simply moved them toward the building. So that's one object that I created. I'm just going to get rid of this. Now another object that I wanted to create for you was just a prim and a screen. Now I didn't actually create the screen that you see inside here, but I did add the object to it. But I am going to create a screen for you now. So I'm going to just stick with a standard trim. And I'm just going to make it thin. So I'm going to do, I can make it bigger, so I can do 1 inch. I can do 1 inch. And here I'll do 0.1 so that it's kind of, actually that defeats the purpose, doesn't it? I'm going to do 1 and make this one 0.1. And the intent is, if I rotate it, that you can see it's just a little bit thinner. I can actually make that much more thinner. Let's see. Oh, that's better. All right. So I can certainly do something to this. I can certainly, I'm going to select this face. I'm going to change well, I can add a texture. I don't have to. I don't have a good texture for a screen, like if I'm going to make a screen. I thought I did have something though. I'm trying to remember what I had. There's my welcome writing. Maybe just blank. I'll just keep it blank. Now, these screen slides are actually pretty small, so when I choose Media, I can go ahead and put a web page on it. So we just have to wait for that to happen. Now, unfortunately, it might go on there several times because of this size. So that's a pretty big page, actually, to kind of place there. So while I can, now I don't remember how I created the other one. It has to, it was, like I don't want them this size. It looks like they're just 1, 1. Let me see if I can change this. 2. Yeah, I'm just making it bigger and I don't really want to. So, didn't want that. 0.01. Oh, that one was 1. This was 0.01. Alright, so I think I did the media. Oh, it just wouldn't go in. So let me see www.disney.com. Much better. Okay, so you can see that it put it in each one of these, and now I don't remember how I changed that, but I will try to remember auto scale. So maybe it was a Oh, there we go. Okay. So there's Disney. So there's my prim. And I attached the web page to it. And now I think it's behind me. It's only on one side, so I can edit that, which is so I can move it. It's not in far enough. Sometimes it's hard to tell where I actually put these things. Alright, so I'm just going to see if I can move that to the welcome sign. It won't be perfect, but just enough that you can see that I can position things and so on and so forth. Now, I would actually connect them. Right now they're not actually connected, but you can see that I have the opportunity to do that too. So I could potentially have a screen in the corner. I could potentially have the screen here. This is actually connected. I haven't taken the time. I'm going to press escape a few times there. I haven't taken the time to connect this to the board, but know that I can. So lots of fun stuff to do. And what I wanted to do was maybe show you one more object. So working with prims can be a lot of fun. So if I right click, I'm going to create, let me just move this out of the way. Let me do a okay, I'm going to rotate that. Actually, that's okay the way it is. I think I want to make it smaller. Let's see. Oh, just do move. This is so I can tell what's what. So this is width. This is height. Let's see if this changes. That just made it skinnier. So that was kind of width. So I didn't necessarily want to make it skinnier. And sometimes I lose track of. Right, that's making it bigger. Okay, so that made it smaller. So 0.05. Oh, good. Okay, so there's one. And if I do my control click and oh, I do a move. Let me try this. Shift click and drag. I should have another one. Good. Unfortunately, I don't think they're close enough to each other. Okay, and then I'll just do one more. Awesome. So essentially I'm just copying these things and then just moving them over. This is exactly what I did with the chairs. Alright, and now let's see if I can select them all. I'm going to link them. And now that I link them, I'm going to go to texture and I'm going to see if I can. I don't really have any great textures just yet, but let's see if I can do something that would be interesting here. What I actually want, oh, maybe I'll do the cobbles. Perfect. Alright, that looks awesome. So now I can take that entire object and see if I could place that down.